You want chips?
Here. These are yours.
This story is about a toucan named Tuki who found a new home and filled it with joy and amazing sounds. We never thought we would have such an unusual pet. His story began quite by accident and was a real turning point for us.
Tuki, where are you?
One day, we just went to the market. We weren't planning to take anything home. We just wanted to look at the animals and spend some time. But when we saw the birds in dark cages under old blankets, our hearts were filled with compassion. Among these cages was a small toucan that looked sickly and frightened. His brightly colored beak was covered in spots, and he had a rash all over his body. We didn't know what had happened to him, but it was clear that he needed help. We decided to take him home and give him a chance at a better life.
Welcome home, Tuki.
When we brought Tuki home, he was very weak. His beak, which should be strong and shiny, looked heavy and dull. We began looking for information on how to properly care for toucans, researching their diet and needs. It turned out that toucans need plenty of sunlight and the ability to fly. So we made sure that Tuki could move around the house and get enough sunlight. At first, he was very cautious and kept to himself. But over time, Tuki began to trust us. In the morning, as soon as I woke up, he was waiting for his time in the sun. He loved to sit on the windowsill and enjoy the sunlight. Each day, he became more energetic and curious. His behavior was like a little baby without a diaper. He was always on the move, exploring every corner of the house and trying to steal something from my hands.
Someone hot? Oh, you want to play again?
Tuki loved being the center of attention. If we were doing anything, he always wanted to be involved. He didn't care if we were cooking, cleaning, or just watching TV. He would follow us from room to room as if he was afraid of missing something important.
Ever wonder what a toucan sounds like?
If someone left the house and Tuki didn't see them, he would scream so loud that it was impossible to ignore him.
Such a silly boy. Hi.
But the most amazing thing was how he learned to purr. One day we were petting him and suddenly we heard a strange sound. We looked over and thought, oh my goodness, he's really purring like a cat. The sound was so soft and soothing. Tuki went into freeze mode, his body relaxing and his beak getting heavier. He literally melted at our touch and showed us how much he trusted us. Of course, keeping a toucan is a big responsibility. He needs constant attention and care. I could write a book about how much effort goes into caring for Tuki. He does not like to be alone and always needs company. But despite all the difficulties, Tuki has brought so much joy and love into our lives that we have never regretted our decision.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Sneaky.
Not for you.
Every day with him is an adventure. He surprises us with his intelligence and playfulness. We have the feeling that Tuki understands how much we love him. He responds to our care with affection and unique sounds that make our home even more cozy and fun.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
This is the story of a parrot named Vandal, who not only found a new home, but became a true member of our family. I never imagined that one encounter could change my life so profoundly. But in that moment, it felt as though fate had brought Vandal into my life just when we both needed it most.
Hi.
This past January, I lost my mother. It was an incredibly painful loss, and my world was filled with sadness. The only thing that brought me even a glimmer of joy was spending time with birds.
It's good, huh? Good boy.
One day, I told my husband, I need to visit the shelter. I just want to spend time with the birds. He understood, knowing how much I love animals. That day, I met Vandal for the first time. He was hanging upside down in his cage, loudly squawking, "Help!" It wasn't just noise. It was a cry for help that went straight to my heart. The shelter owner chuckled and said, "You don't need this, you're crazy." But I knew this meeting wasn't a coincidence. When I stepped closer to his cage, Vandal turned his head, looked me in the eye, and said, "Hello."
Hi. Hello.
In that moment, I felt it was a sign. I've always believed that animals choose us, not the other way around. It was as if Vandal knew I could save him, and I realized he could save me too. After 6 visits to the shelter, I finally brought him home.
Hi. We're watching sunset.
Vandal turned out to be much more than just a parrot. He became the 4th child in our family. With 3 kids already, all of whom are quite demanding, I wasn't sure how Vandal would fit in. But he found his place almost immediately. My husband, like many men, was skeptical at first. "I don't want a pet," he said, "but if it makes you happy, bring him home." That skepticism melted away the moment Vandal said his first word, "Papa." It was just like hearing a baby say "Papa" for the first time. Now, every morning when my husband leaves for work, Vandal yells, "Papa," for a solid 20 minutes. It's absolutely heartwarming.
Do it again. No. Do it again. Peek-a-doo.
Vandal can say a lot of words, though not all of them are kind. When the kids get noisy, he sometimes yells at them in a way that makes even me blush. I suspect his previous owner might have done the same. Occasionally, he has tantrums, throwing his food dish across the room and following it up with a string of angry squawks. We're working on it, teaching him kinder, more pleasant phrases.
Hello. Hi, baby.
For example, he's learned to whisper now. Hearing him softly say, "Hello, baby," is both adorable and hilarious.
Cuckoo.
Vandal also has his quirks. He can't stand shoes in the house. If someone walks in wearing shoes, he'll chase them and nip at their boots. In moments like these, he's like a little guard dog. He's particularly protective of me. When I'm asleep, he perches by the bedroom door, ensuring no one gets too close. And when I'm feeling unwell, he senses it immediately. He'll gently rest his head on my knee, look up at me, and whisper, "Hello, baby." It's moments like these that bring tears to my eyes.
Excuse me, sir. Hi. Is the laundry done? Huh?
I know Vandal is about 7 years old, and he's spent most of his life confined to a cage. Birds require an extraordinary amount of care and attention. They form deep bonds with their owners, and abandonment can devastate them. They stop eating, pluck out their feathers, and succumb to illness. Thinking about all the birds left behind in shelters breaks my heart every time.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, baby.
I hope to live a long life so that I can care for Vandal for as long as possible. And when my time comes, I hope my daughter will take care of him, ensuring he always has a loving home. Vandal isn't just a pet, he's family.
Can I get a kiss?
Vandal, you saved me. Thank you for choosing me to be your person forever.
You're so sweet. I love you too, baby. I love you so much.
This is the story of a jackdaw that fell from the sky and into my life and stayed in my heart forever. It happened one normal morning as I was rushing to work. I live and work in Turkey as a neurosurgeon. The day promised to be busy and, as it seemed to me, predictable. But as soon as I took a few steps down the sidewalk, a bird fell from the roof right in front of me. It fell from the sky like a shooting star. I went over to it and saw that it was a tiny jackdaw, helpless and trembling with fear. At first glance, it was clear that she couldn't fly or even stand steadily on her feet. I carefully picked her up. I think her mother had simply pushed her out of the nest because she was considered weak, as birds do. I couldn't just walk by. So, I took her home. To be honest, I didn't know what to do. How would I feed it? How should I care for it? I opened YouTube and watched a few videos. Step by step, I began to learn how to be a temporary father to this tiny bird. I fed it and took care of it. I didn't give it medicine, though. It managed on its own. Its strength and will to live amazed me. When she was stronger and had spread her wings, it was time to let her go. We took her to a deserted place far from noise and cars, so nothing would distract her. She flew up into the sky, but then she came back. She landed on my shoulder. It was one of those moments when you realize an invisible yet strong bond has formed between you. Over time, I started taking her with me. Sometimes we went to the garden and sometimes we went for a walk. I have a large balcony in my apartment. That's where she spends her nights. In the evening, she flies in after dark, settles down, and falls asleep. Like clockwork, an hour before dawn, she wakes up and quietly plays with her toys, not disturbing me. But as soon as she hears me wake up, she immediately starts singing as if to say, "I'm here, it's time to be together." She is a jackdaw. She is a small bird from the corvid family. She has black plumage and a light body, but an incredibly lively mind. She knows how to communicate with other jackdaws and often flies off to join them. But she always comes back to me. Every evening when I come home from work, I see her on the roof, spreading her wings and rushing to meet me. Sometimes she brings me gifts, leaves, walnuts, or even a piece of bark. I smile. This is her language of love. Once I had to go abroad. I left her with a friend, and to be honest, I was worried. But we talked on FaceTime, and she was so happy when she saw me on the screen. She wagged her tail like a puppy and chirped, unable to hide her joy. When I returned from my trip, she didn't leave my side the entire night. I often worry about her when she's out walking. The wind, cats, and cars can all be dangerous. But I don't want to take away her freedom. Love is not a cage. Love is trust. Every evening, she proves it by coming home. If you like this amazing story, please like it, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more touching stories like this one. Before bringing an exotic pet into your home, be sure to consult with experts and learn about their specific needs. Proper research is the key to giving them the happy, healthy life they truly deserve.